Hello, this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor, and today is the 5th of February 2013. We're going to talk about the stock market, what transpired yesterday. The sell-off really didn't surprise me. You had a lot of issues, actually, that were very negative for the stock market. You had a lot of inflows. It was in the news about the stock market, and especially, actually, this magazine cover. That really was like the icing on the cake. But anyway, the market sold off dramatically yesterday, and let's talk about some of the positions, some of the strongest stocks. What I always do is I always look at the S&Ps first, and what you're going to notice is you're going to see a divergence. You have high and a higher high, yet we're at the same point here. Internally, the market's weak. And really what you like seeing is you like seeing pullbacks after a couple of days. And we've not had those, and maybe we will have them. We'll see. 200-day moving average, that's our line of demarcation. Basically, we only want to be long when we're above the 200-day moving average, and when we're below the 200-day moving average, we want to be either short or out of the market. Preferably, I like being out of the market. I want to be in the strongest stocks when we're above a 200-day moving average, and you can kind of get an idea what goes on here, what transpires. Let's look at some of our positions that we've been watching. I'm in this share right now, this one, AIRM, Holdings, whatever. I also see a divergence here. I'm not overly excited about this. I got in about here-ish. This is my trailing stop. And not looking all that favorable because, I mean, you're having this negative divergence. I'm in this stock, been in this one for a while. I don't know what's going to happen, basically, like this. No one knows the future, but this is my trailing stop. If it goes below it, I'm out. Nothing to think about. Trimble actually had a bunch of, pullbacks, and it turned up. But what's happening here is the momentum is really negative. When you see a situation like this, where you're going higher, higher, and going down, I just feel that it's just a matter of time until we take out this trailing stop, but we'll see. Duncan. I didn't really do any with Duncan. It's one of the stronger stocks, but actually had a double top here. This was pretty pop. This was a pretty big pop, and it failed. So I don't like seeing something like that. So I'm just kind of sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what happens. TripAdvisor, same story. You have a lot of resistance. I mean, if it takes out this resistance at 48, I'm interested. But what's happening here also is the MACD is negative, so it's not really a trade that I'm looking to take at this point. I'm in this trade, the Silica Holdings. Again, momentum starting to diminish, not looking the most favorable. But we'll see. We have to trail it. I mean, there's times where you go down, and then you just, keeps on going up. Let's keep on going here. Eastman Kodak, I'm still in it. We'll see what happens. Still showing a very strong trend from an ADX standpoint. Aquin, that's looking ugly. Really ugly. Where you have challenging the highs, but if you look at this, basically this MACD, it's absolutely disaster. Completely disaster MACD. So I would anticipate this thing's going to really have some problems. FleetCor, I'd like to get into some FleetCor, but I haven't had an opportunity yet. It hasn't had enough of a pullback. This is one of the strongest stocks. This is the time one of your best buys is when it's basically near the trailing stop, and then you buy the breakout of it. It's called a retracement trade, but we're not there. I didn't have it. And Hertz, I'm in this. Nothing really to think about. It goes below this trailing stop. I'm out. CELG, really, this thing was on fire. I thought we were starting to come out of it here, and then we just kind of basically turned around. So we'll see what happens. This isn't overly favorable right here. Ixia, kind of looking for a double top here. Not looking favorable. Actually, none of these are really looking over that favorable. This is also a double top. SodaStream, I mean, what you really want to do is you want to get into leaders that are strong and really moving up rapidly. Like this thing really went from the mid-30s up to the almost mid-50s. You like seeing things like that. Probably is going to be some consolidation, but right now we're not in this. We're below our trailing stop. Commvault is one of the strongest stocks right now, looking for a pullback here. 3D Systems, another one of my favorites, but hey, I'm not married to these things. This thing had almost like a 50% run up, so who knows? I was in it, got taken out, and we'll see. Air Methods, actually I'd be looking to buy this. I'd like to see it take out the highs here, and we'll see. But the market I don't think is all that favorable. I think we'll have some couple days down, and we'll see. I mean, the bonds haven't been overly favorable. Just the environment for the stock market really hasn't been that strong. Western Digital, there's a big heads up here, really a big negative, that you went to new highs, but you have a tremendous lack of confirmation here with the MACD, so I don't like seeing that at all. And this is another one of the high flyers. I'd like to see it take out the highs here, but I just don't like the market at this point. So this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor. I invite you to come to the website. You can learn all kinds of things about trend following. On my blog, there's a lot of free stuff. I also have some books that I've written with actually Wiley Books called The Bible of Trend Following. And again, I just invite you to come to my site and learn some more about trend following. Thank you very much.